Andy, a fine 4-2 win away at Abergavenny. A really good performance from your side for the majority of the 90.
Yeah, we're really pleased. Obviously, as you say, first and foremost, it's about the 3 points. We're always looking for the performance. I think we had bits and pieces of a performance today. I think we've still got a lot to give, but take nothing away from the girls. 4-2 win away from home in this league. You've got to work hard for it, and Abergavenny made us work hard second half, so fair play to them. I thought it was a real competitive game.
Lexi Harrison got brought down and the referee pointed to the spot. Beth Lewis converted. Was that planned beforehand for Beth to take the penalty?
It wasn't actually. We had a different penalty taker, so she stepped up, which is nice and brave of her to do that. Obviously captain's responsibility, pleased for her, nice that she's got a goal to her name as well, but I think there's a few question marks over what was it a penalty, was it not a penalty. From where I'm looking, it looks a penalty. It looks as though the opponent has shoulder barged Caitlin between the shoulder blades, and if you're going to shoulder barge, it's got to be shoulder to shoulder, and I don't think that was. So for me it was a penalty and a fair shout. So sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. We were happy recipients today because that's the first goal and that unlocks the game and gives the players the confidence then to go and play.
Afterwards we got our second of the game. Caitlin Chapman corner whipped in. Izzy Redding got her first goal for the team. A great moment for her.
Yeah, I think the defenders sometimes always look at it and think, well, how am I contributing if I'm not scoring? And we will say to the defenders, don't worry about scoring, but we know that Izzy loves heading the ball. We know that she's got decent movement and she's robust. So she's obviously found the flight of the ball, connected brilliantly, and a bullet header, not many keepers are going to stop that. So that was really nice. So 2 set pieces again, coaches will tell you to unlock games, tight games, sometimes you need set pieces. So we're pleased that we've managed to accept ours today to get us on the road.
It was a third just before the break. The Tia Staley combination working well together. Tia passed it across the goal and Staley scored from point blank range, similar to last week.
Yeah, I mean, we work a lot on those sorts of combinations in the final third. How do you break the back line? How do you find somebody to get that tap in? It was clear that as that move was developing, there was a lot of space across the back of the goal. Fair play to Danny because she's committed to hitting that space, and then she gets the tap in and the reward of all of the hard work that's gone prior to that. But it was a really good move, great movement by Shan and agility and pace to get in behind. So, really pleased with that one.
At the start of the second 45, Abergavenny did get one back. What were your thoughts at that point when it got back to 2 goals within the game?
Well, I thought they started faster than we did in the second half. They pinned us back. The goal comes after 5 or 6 minutes, and obviously that's disappointing because it was a defendable goal. And I've said before, if you're going to concede goals, make sure they're world-class goals. And it was certainly defendable. And of course, with so long left in the half, that puts you under a bit of pressure. They get momentum, and fair play to them. They turned the screw and they kept us pinned back. We managed to weather that storm really well and keep that 2-goal difference before we then scored late on to make it 4.
It was a mad last 5-6 minutes of the match, starting with when Caitlin Chapman ran through from an over-the-top ball and managed to slot home from close range against Hastings.
Yeah, she's a good finisher, Caitlin, we know that, and if she can get some airspace between her and the back four, we know that more times than not she's going to finish. She kept her calm there and slotted, and of course that's then the game as you're heading into injury time. It's just disappointing that we've conceded one in injury time. There's debate, was it offside, was it not offside? The fact of the matter is, again, it was a defendable goal because we've presented them with the ball. The girl shoots from distance and then hits the bar twice before it then ends up being bundled in the back of the net. So there's time there for us to deal with it and get it clear, which we haven't, so we'll have to have a look at that. But take nothing away from the win, take nothing away from the grit and determination. Really pleased that we've got 3 points on the road today.
We did get 3 points today, and it moves us up to 4th in the table. How crucial could that be with the matches coming up in the league in a couple of weeks' time, and then 3 weeks' time against Swansea City at home and then Cardiff City away?
Well, listen, it's nice to be somewhere in the middle of the pack rather than at the bottom. That's the first thing. We've got 6 points that at this stage last season we didn't have. So if you do the maths and you keep picking up points at this rate, then we're in a good shape. And that's the thing that I've always said about the level of consistency. How do we deliver consistent performances week on week to get points when we need points, when we deserve points, and to eke out points when perhaps the game's gone against us? Have we got that maturity? So the game today was a good sort of game to teach us a lot about this league. So yeah, as I say, well done to Abergavenny for that. We hope our players learn from that today, and it puts us in a better place moving forward.
We take a break from the league next week as we start our FAW Women's Cup campaign at home against Airbus. What are your initial thoughts on that one moving into the match at Parkhill Stadium next week?
Well, you know, we want to win every game. You know, we had a really good cup run last year that took us to the semi-final. We were very unlucky in the semi-final against the eventual winners, losing 3-2 at home. So we want to put a cup run together. You know, it's nice to be at home. It's nice for us to get back in front of our own fans, and it's an opportunity to rotate and get some players a little bit of game time next week, I think. But obviously, again, it's a winnable game, and momentum in football is a lot. So, you know, our first thought for next week is make sure that we win the game and win in the hat for the next round.
Congratulations, Andy, on a great 3 points.
Thank you.